I'm a Canadian, and this is my Canadian passport, and this is my Canadian passport picture. And for some reason, I'm in the freaking United States during the season finale of America. Because I'm stupid, and I just really wanted some good American fast food. Anyways, I was trying to escape before it becomes the newest Purge movie. So I packed up my JoJo Siwa poster, my Rainy Rodriguez shrine, and my favorite toilet seat, and I left my room for the very last time, and walked over to the bus station to go back to Canada. And as I was sitting on that bus, I remembered I forgot my passport on my desk while filming this TikTok. So I freaked out, and I got off the bus, and I ran back to my place faster than Zoe Laverne is running from the federal authorities. And once I grabbed it, I then called an Uber back to Canada, and it was $4,000, but I booked it since I missed the bus. Anyways, the Uber arrived, so I went downstairs, and I got in, and the guy was chill until he turned to me and said, "Is it just you?" And I said, "Why?" And he said,
"I ain't never seen two pretty best friends."
Okay, I don't know if you've seen that trend where people are exploring their attics, but I've seen some spooky things, and I'm gonna try it, because I have this house that was built in the 1900s but got renovated. And also, I've noticed that my attic has a weird light coming from inside, but no switch to control it or anything. So, I grabbed a stool, and I made it go as high as possible, because the attic was like 2 times my height, and then I climbed onto it, but it was really wobbly, and I started getting scared. Anyways, when I finally managed to open up the attic door, I couldn't really see inside, so I felt around for a switch with my hand, and that's when I touched a book! I picked it up, and then I jumped off the stool and ran downstairs to read it. And when I looked inside, it had a bunch of Chinese characters, I think, and maybe blood? I had to know what it meant, so I took it to Google Translate, and I tried my best to transcribe the Chinese characters, and I couldn't believe it. But it said, "I ain't never seen two pretty best..." Wait a minute! You thought I was gonna make a two pretty best friends joke? No! The joke is dead, and you just got caught slipping. Look in the mirror right now, clown. That's you, Pennywise. Anyways, this has been a Harvard University experiment. Thank you for your participation. This is me buying a live crab from the store and freeing it into the ocean. The guy at the store was like, "You know how to cook this, right?" And I was like, "Oh, we are not cooking Mr. Krabs!" As I was walking, some dude yelled at me and I got scared. And then this guy was walking around with an iguana. I'm like, "It's my day to have an exotic pet, buddy." Look at his cute little mouth moving. Aww. I took him to the Santa Monica Pier before I freed him, and that's when I saw this guy literally kick a pigeon. I hate it here. Now, crabs can live 24 hours outside of water, but I thought, let's just free him already. Then some cops were staring at me, and I got scared. I picked him up, and I ran to the beach, and I laid him down gently on the sand. He was barely moving, so I ran into the waves to try and get him in deeper so he could swim or something. But he took a bit of a tumble. So it wasn't looking good for Mr. Krabs, and I started crying. But then he started moving again, and I thought, it's now or never. I scooped Mr. Krabs up, and I ran over to that water, and I dropped him in that water ever so gently. Oh, crap, we are out of time. If you want to see the rest of the video, the link is in my bio. So I had just finished filling out all my private information and passwords to claim my free MacBook Pro that I won from this one email I got. Until I heard a knock at my door. I was feeling a little bit scared because it was 3 a.m., but I remembered I gave them my social security number, so that means they were gonna keep me safe. I was gonna go turn my computer off and head upstairs to check the door, but it said that a virus was shutting it down for me. Now, I don't want the coronavirus, but if it's gonna start doing things for me, well then, homegirl can like, get it. I crept upstairs so I wouldn't wake up my dog, and I opened up the door, but like, there was no one there. Then I heard a weird sound come from downstairs and saw that my computer was on. I'm like, I thought Miss Corona turned it off. There was a message on the screen from a hacker saying, "I'm watching you." I started screaming because I don't know how to process conflict any other way. But then I was surprised to see a message that said, "Your outfit's cute." Listen, I'm so starved for human attraction that we fell in love. I'm Ben, and you're watching Hack Into My Heart, the new reality TV show on TLC. Today I looked in the mirror and thought, that's not me. That's a skinny little stick bug. I've had no motivation to go get up and make a proper meal for the past month, and I look like a stick bug. I'll eat maybe one brownie that has no nutritional value and then go back to bed at 2 p.m. Or I'll eat 4 tortilla chips and then say, "Bon appetit, baby, dinner served." So I thought if there's ever been a time to get so many muscles that I look like a cumulonimbus cloud and drift off into the atmosphere, it's now. What I lacked was motivation. So to get a good jump start to my insane Dwayne The Rock Johnson workout routine, I went outside in freezing weather completely naked into the snow. In addition to giving myself hypothermia, my elderly neighbor Myrtle saw my lovely peaches and had a heart attack. To try and warm up before I literally die, I put my Crocs into sport mode and started running on the treadmill. And like, it wasn't that bad until I sneezed. I accidentally hit the 10 miles per hour button instead of the 2 miles per hour that I was leisurely walking at. And well, I took a little bit of a tumble. I woke up 10 minutes later feeling a little bit tingly to look down and see that my foot had fallen off. Anyways, now I only use the treadmill to serve myself English muffins because I can't walk. I woke up this morning after having a nightmare where zombie Shawn Mendes and zombie Camila Caboobo were trying to eat me. I woke up terrified and reached for my water bottle full of Red Bull, but when I looked at my hand, there was like some spot that I'd never seen before. I quickly searched to see what it was, and it said that it was cancer, but like, I'm a Virgo, so that made no sense. Anyways, I was still a little bit spooked, so I sent a picture of it to my doctor, and then I carried on with my day, which was watching 3 seasons of one show and then playing 47 games of Fortnite until 6 a.m. But the next morning I woke up and it was like itchy and bubbling, and I was like, okay, this is a demon. And just then I got a text from my doctor, and he was like, did you mean to send me a Roblox meme? And I was like, oopsie. So I sent him the actual picture and went back to bed. But when I woke up, there was like 30 more, and I was like, ah, and I started crying, and they were on my face too, and my doctor texted me that they were a flesh-eating insect, and I cried some more until one fell in my mouth. And it had a little crunch, and honestly, it kind of tasted like bacon. So like, I ate a few more, and next thing you know, I'm spooning these bugs in my mouth like it's Lucky Charms cereal. Today, I'm surprising my mom with cooked snails for dinner. But these aren't normal snails. These are from the dollar store. So I had all the ingredients to make it into a pasta dish. So I opened up the can of snails, and... It got in my eye! I got snail juice in my eye. So those are my nasty, smelly snails, and I put them in a bowl when I started on the pasta. We got noodles, tarragon, and pasta sauce, baby. I boiled some water and spilled half the pasta while it went in. And then it started boiling over, and I was panicking. But then I was draining it, and 3 noodles were getting stuck, and I was getting mad. Next, we were mincing garlic for the escargot, and it looked like little mini garlic noodles, love. Then I put it all together with the snails, garlic, blue cheese, tarragon, and threw her in the oven. I felt like Remy from Ratatouille, baby. Minus being the chef, I just felt like the rat. Then my mom got home. It's almost dinner time.
Smells good.
Guess what it is?
It smells like some sort of garlicky wine sauce.
Okay, but there's something else added. The link is in the bio if you want to see or get surprised with snails. I was really bored, so I tried to buy the most expensive thing on Gucci's website for funsies, but that's when I remembered, Ben, you can't afford Taco Bell. So I was typing random numbers, hoping one was an actual credit card number, and nothing was working. I was like, well, there goes my wool alpaca cardigan. Finally, I tried 6969 6969. Expiration date, April 20th, aka 420, and security code 666. And I hit enter. I was like, oh, well, that was fun. So I closed my laptop, but then I got an email saying my order had shipped. And then suddenly, I heard a knock at the door, and I was like, I didn't know what I just did, so I checked my doorbell cam, and there was a stranger there. Then I heard the door open, and then there were footsteps coming towards me, and then falling. And then the intruder got up and said, this is the FBI. We've got you. And I was like, you've got me? You think you've been watching me? For the past month, I've had my FBI agent's laptop bugged. Every time he logs in to watch me, I've been watching him. In fact, I ordered this exact item knowing it would bring him here. He ran back to his HQ to open up his laptop, and in disbelief, there I was, fully in control of the FBI system. Checkmate. So I was on the phone with 911 because I'd made some banana soup with a hint of ranch dressing, and I'd left the gas burner on, and I was scared my house would blow up. So I said, please help. And the operator was like, it's gonna be okay. We're on our way. And me being so starved for human interaction replied, okay, I'll see you soon. And I began to prepare for my date with the emergency services person. I dimmed the lights to set the mood, and then I set the table and put out the banana soup I'd cooked earlier, and poured some fancy jus d'orange. I changed out of my depression fit into something slightly less depressing, and attempted to fix my hair, but I ended up wanting to cut it all off and had a mental breakdown. But I was like, another day. Suddenly I heard the doorbell ring. I got up and ran over to let them in, but I was so excited that I didn't see the charger on the floor. I forgot there was gas in my house, and I tripped over it and it created a spark, and next thing you know, I was seeing how many oranges I could fit in my mouth before throwing up when my doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone, and when I answered it, there was no one there, just a notebook. It was kind of creepy, but when I opened it, I realized it was for my horse girl cousin Gretchen, and she'd drawn me, Peppa Pig? I thought I'd draw her something back, so I made, 2 minions in love, and I left it in the same place for her. The next morning, the doorbell rang again, and I opened it to find another Peppa, so I took the liberty of drawing Rainy Rodriguez as my sleep paralysis demon, and put it back the same place as yesterday. However, the next day I received something completely different. When I opened the sketchbook, Peppa had turned into bacon? Is this a threat? I texted her, haha, very funny, Gretchen, stop coming to my house. And she was like, what? And so I replied, Peppa time is canceled, Gretchen. And she replied, I don't know what you're talking about. So, knowing that wasn't Gretchen the whole time, I felt completely terrified, so I watched some seafood ASMR eating and fell asleep. I woke up to my leg burning from my laptop. My hand kind of felt weird, and I noticed I was covered in bacon. Anyways, now I'm completely terrified, and I don't know what to draw in return. Please help. Today, I'm giving $10,000 to the employees at my local Taco Bell. I pulled up to the window and said, hi, can I get a bean burrito, please? When I pulled up to the window, they gave me the burrito, and I gave them $2. What do I look like, Mr. Beast? Plus this box has $30 in it max, just some Minecraft plush toys and a card if I ever went missing as a child. But then as I was eating my Taco Bell burrito, I started feeling bad. Maybe the Taco Bell employees have little Taco Bell babies at home that need little Taco Bell diapers, or they'll shed their little Taco Bell tears. And I thought, I may not have $10,000, but I can show them I appreciate them. I went home, grabbed some markers, and decided to write a little card telling them how much I appreciate them on being on the front lines of this pandemic and everything. I also thought to add a little something else, since this is already a TikTok, for every 100K likes this video gets, I'll add $10 to the card, up to $100, because I really do not be Mr. Beast. I finished the card with some drawings of tacos, because I love tacos. And tonight, I'll head over to Taco Bell and drop it off. I'll see you in part 2 tomorrow. Today, I'm giving $100 and a love letter to random Taco Bell employees. But wait, why? Yesterday, as I was eating my yummalicious burrito, I thought, these employees deserve recognition for creating the beautiful creation that is this burrito. So I drove home, pulled out some markers, and decided to write a letter of appreciation to them. I basically told them I love them and I would die for them in an instant. And then I signed my name and put some hearts and tacos on it because I love tacos. I folded the letter and got in the car and headed over to the bank. I took out $100 as a little extra thank you for the card, and then I got nervous. But then I finally pulled up to Taco Bell.
What can I get for you?
Hi there, could I just get one bean burrito, please?
Anything else?
No, that's it.
I'll see you window. 260.
Hi. So I just wanted to give y'all a tip, because I know it's like, really crazy, like, having to deal with Corona and everything. We're out of time on TikTok, but the link to their reaction is in my bio. I was sucking grapes into my mouth as a snack when I realized these grapes haven't been washed yet. And you know what's on unwashed grapes? Chemicals and bugs. You know what gives Spider-Man his powers? A bug covered in chemicals. I suddenly felt nauseous and had to throw up, but I felt something. I shot a web out of my wrist and flushed the toilet. And that's when I realized I have powers. Think of all the things I can do now. I can free Joe Exotic. I can fling the girl who sings Dance Monkey into the orbit of the sun. I went to the grocery store and picked up more grapes to fuel my power. But there was an old grandpa who wasn't social distancing, so I used my web to yank his walker out of his hands. Good luck crawling within 6 feet of me. When I got home, I immediately inhaled the new batch of superbugs. I felt my power grow stronger. My veins were pumping blood and my heart rate was going the speed of light. But then I blacked out. I woke up from my coma 3 years later. The whole world was empty from the pandemic and I realized everyone I loved was gone. But then I thought, I can still shoot noodles from my wrist. I'm Spider-Man, baby. So I was using the gibberish filter when something really weird happened. Okay, here we go. I am in yo house BENOFTHEWEEK. What does that mean? And I was like, that's a little bit weird. And then my power went out. I was sitting in complete darkness except for a line of text that lit up on my computer that said, I'm right in front of you. I thought, am I being hacked? So I grabbed my phone and opened up Wattpad and deleted all my Harry Styles fanfics I've been writing since I was in middle school. But then the hacker said, I think I love you. So I told him, I don't think it's gonna work out. And the hacker replied, if I can't have you, the world can have this. And he had leaked all of my Harry Styles fanfics from when I was 12.
Harry Styles grabs your neck and whispers in your ear.
I have One Direction, but without the D in direction, if you know what I mean. Do y'all remember that trend where people would draw their entire life story? Well, I'm gonna be the first TikToker to do it. Hi, I'm Ben, and I was born at 0 years old in Edmonton, Canada. Right when I was born, my parents and I moved from Canada to Massachusetts, United States. And my mom would take me to the beach a lot to collect rocks until one day a nuclear reactor almost melted down, so we stopped going there. When I started school, I was low-key really big-brained, and I was such a smart cookie that they put me in the smart kids class. That was until I found out that smart kid class is 7 hours a day, not 3 hours like preschool was, so I literally ran out of the classroom to escape, and when the teacher caught me, I kicked her in the thigh and gave her a permanent bruise, so I feel bad about that. Anyways, I got a dog named Kobe and I love her so much. I can't draw her, so here's her on the table. The middle school I went to was really and I was the only brown kid there. So I got bullied. Oh crap, I'm out of time. If you want to see more about that and how I was an exchange student in Japan and my girlfriend, the link to the YouTube video is in my bio. I had just finished doodling all over my arms for 5 hours straight while watching the Minions movie. But then my arm started to burn and I was like, it's fine, it's washable ink. So I quickly ran upstairs to my bathroom to wash it off and it was permanent. The ink was now fused to my skin and I could feel the doodles entering my bloodstream. But I got distracted and thought, doodle is such a funny sounding word. Like you can't say doodle angrily. And then I realized my arms had fallen off. They were just on the floor staring back at me. How am I gonna deal with the spider colony in my bathroom? I'm gonna have to eat them to get rid of them. Actually, that wasn't too bad. It's a little bit crunchy and a little bit salty. How am I gonna drive to Taco Bell now? How am I gonna shop for mayonnaise? How will I put on hand sanitizer? Wait, I don't need hand sanitizer because I have no hands. I won't be catching no viruses. Hi, I'm Ben, and this is why you should chop off your arms. So people used to say I look a lot like Noah Centineo, but then he grew a beard and bleached it, and now if you ever say I look like him, I will cry. But then I thought, I have a prime opportunity to impersonate him. Now, I can't grow a blonde beard in 10 seconds, but I know someone that has what I need. I grabbed my dog Kobe and cut off a little bit of her hair and taped it to my cheeks. It felt a little bit uncomfy because she has fleas and they got mad and started biting me, but whatever. I looked in the mirror and thought, oh my god, I'm Noah Centineo. Now I just need to post from his Instagram account and tell people to send me $3 million so I can buy 3 million refrigerators and leave them open and stop climate change. I was logging into his account, but I didn't know his password. First I tried 1, 2, 3, 4, and what the? It worked! Just as I was about to make the post, I got a call from the FBI. They said, you've been caught hacking. We're gonna drop a nuke on your house. I screamed, ah! And I grabbed everything I love and got in my car and drove as fast as I could. But as I was driving, I was like, wow, these clouds are so beautiful. It looks so peaceful out. Oh, I'm about to drive off the road. So it's 4 a.m. and I'm up thinking, do dogs go to heaven? Like, the only dogs that know what happens when they die are all dead. And the ones that come back and get doggy CPR can't speak English to tell us where they went. Like, I need to know if they're okay. That's why I'm teaching my dog English. That way, if she ever sees chocolate in the backyard and eats it, and then freaking dies and I have to give her mouth-to-mouth CPR to bring her back to life, then she can tell me where she went and I'll tell the CIA where all dogs go after they die. And we'll use top secret technology to open up a portal to their dimension. And I myself will travel there and free all the animals. Oh my gosh, I'm in freaking animal heaven. Look, over there, it's Harambe. Come on, buddy. Oh my gosh, and over there's Grumpy Cat. I forgot you died. That's so sad. Come on. Wait a second. Is that a squid? I hate squids. Just as I was closing the portal to animal heaven, I made sure every last squid was left in there. Then I connected to Heaven's Bluetooth speaker and played Dance Monkey on repeat for the rest of eternity at full volume. This right here is my birth certificate. Yup, I left my birth certificate in my pocket and it went through the washing machine. I found it while doing laundry and it was shriveled up like a little pecan, so the first thing I did besides completely panic was I tried putting it in the oven to get the water out. But then my whole house filled with smoke and now it's a burnt little turd nugget. Now everyone loses things. Things happen. I've lost my passport before, I've lost my wallet, I've microwaved my own credit card to see if it would turn into a potato chip. It did. My grandpa lost me in a parking lot when I was 10 and a strange man tried to abduct me and sell me for 2 goats on the black market in Zimbabwe. It's whatever. But what do you do when you literally destroy your birth certificate? Am I supposed to crawl right back into the womb and pop out and be like, wow, wow, give me a birth certificate now? If you Google how to get another birth certificate, it just says you were the world's biggest idiot. So I've decided I have to make a new identity. I try to think of it less as illegally photoshopping a birth certificate and more like creating a new sim. I printed it off and I'm excited to share that I am now Aria Grande. I think it looks super professional and no one will think that it's fake.